Hello everyone, my name is Promise Ibedegekele. I'm a cloud data scientist and an Azure cloud administrator. In this video, I'll be walking us through a project I just completed on Azure cloud storage, migrating a financial institute company's documents from a local storage to a cloud storage using Azure storage precisely, right? And making the documents available to an external auditor within 90 days, and also making it available to the internal staffs, but restricting the system from to be accessed by the staff, giving them various permissions, who to access what and what they can do on the container, and also making the storage account available in other regions if there is any data center shutdown or crisis whatsoever, so the company will not lose their data. Let's dive into it. Target architecture of the system will be I built. Now we have a storage account named stfintrustdoc, and the storage account is segmented into three different containers, where the client document, which contain sensitive files, the KYC file of the company. We also have the audit report, and it contains the quarterly audits or quarterly records, that's of the company. Then it contains the archive records, a container that contains files that have not been used for a very long time. Now we have over here, we have the employee. Of course, we have two different categories of employees, of staffs. We have the readers and the contributors. Contributors can contribute to a container. Readers are just allowed to read the container. All right. And we also have the external auditor. What it does, it doesn't have access to the system. It doesn't have account, rather. It doesn't have account, doesn't have identity. It's not a guest, does not guest account. You just have access to the system through a token, a SAS token. And this token is time based. It expires within the next 90 days. All right. And we have other configuration also done on the system, on the account. It has a lifecycle management, soft delete, block versioning, okay, and basically the role-based management system was implemented on this. Okay, now let's proceed. Let's get to know the foundation of everything and how everything was done. Right here we have the container, the archive records, auditory records, and client data document, and we also have our two different users persona. Okay, now what we'll do now, we'll try and see if the readers can read, and if the reader can also perform any other operation. Okay, and reader is we have a reader called Ada, we have a reader called Emeka, a reader Ada. Emeka is a contributor. So let's try and see if Ada can perform one or two things in the system. All right, now let's check. Okay, now this is the containers. We have three different containers here. Let's go back, please. Let's see. Yeah, we have three different containers. Let's see what Ada will be able to read everything. Yeah, but cannot read everything as a reader, read everything, and also access the client document. So it can access, it can download, right? Yes. Now let's see if Ada can also read what is in the archive. No, so the reader permission is only granted to the client for the client document container. Okay, and let's also see auditor report count. All right, so we've confirmed that the reader, which is the other reader, a user can only read what is in client document. Let's try and see if he can upload as well. Let's try and see if he can upload. Let's say upload. Let's pick a file. Let's pick a file. Let's pick a file. Let's pick this one. Let's see, overwrite, upload. Okay. All right, let's see, failed to upload. So other cannot upload, can only read. Now let's just try let's try the contributor user, which is a maker handler. Let's try and see what the maker handler can do as well. Let's see. All right, this is a maker handler. Let's see. Maker handler can also, of course, he can view, or she can view, all the containers in the storage account. But let's the maker's account has opened. So now let's check if a maker can access and upload a document into client document container. Let's see that. Let's see. Okay. Maker can upload. Of course, maker can download, yes, because a contributor. So let's see if you can download something. Let's use this file. Let's say upload successful. Yes, the maker can upload. That's good. You can still download. Yes, so no need to test that. Let's go back and see if you can access these other containers too. Let's see. Not permitted. Cannot. Let's see the next one too. The archive record container. Maker cannot access that. Okay, so we've done that check. Now the next thing we'll check now is to I created a SAS token for this particular container, the client document container. So now we're going to see and know if the auditor can access that particular container. Sorry, the audit report. So this container has a SAS token in it, right, with a policy, 90 days policy. Okay, and that's a key switch. That is a key switch. So after 90 days, the token becomes invalid. It gets into this and use a policy created already. Access policy. Is anyone here? All right, we have a policy now. I also have a token too. So I've done the connection. I have a token for that. So now what we'll do now, we just have to use this token and connect. Now this is it. I've done the connection. Now let's see if it worked. So he can download. Yes, download can work. It will work. Yes, download. And remember, yes, apply or overwrite. And remember, token cannot be SAS token cannot be reversible, cannot be revoked. Okay, you can only add a policy that will kill the token. Okay, so now I can access. Now let's check if the auditor can upload a file. Let's check if auditor can upload a file. Let's check. Okay. Let's see. Let's choose a file. Let's pick this one. No, sorry. Let's see. Let's upload. Upload. Okay. Now let's see what will happen. It's loading. All right. Conflict. This. Okay. Let's replace it. All right. You see transfer error, unexpected error. Unexpected cancel. So this was interrupted because there's no permission given to the auditor to upload a document to that. Okay, so that's that. Now we've confirmed that this works. Now what the next thing I will show us? I'm going to show us the lifecycle policy added. So we have a lifecycle here. That's data protection, data management, data protection, right? We activated I configured a soft delete, so if a file is being deleted it can easily be recovered, right? Accidental delete, yes. I enabled versioning. Okay, now let's proceed. I also added a rule, a aging rule, in the sense that if a particular file hasn't been modified for 30 days, we move to a cold storage, also move to archive, then also delete if it has stayed up to seven years. So that's that was how I did that. So now the let me delete the token I created. Let me delete the token I created to confirm if the auditor can will still have access to the drive, the container, right? Let me do that. This policy. So let's delete it. Delete. Now let's go back. Let's go back to our storage explorer. I'm using Azure Storage Explorer to access my computer. Let me just detach. Let me detach this, and let me still attach it again. Attach. Let me attach again. I have it copied. So let's paste this. All right. Auditor report. ST fin trust. All right. Now let's save and see if it will connect. Let's see. All right, you see, server failed to authenticate the requests. Make sure the value of authorization header is formed. So even though you've already established the connection before it was deleted, you will still see it on your PC, but it will show transfer. It will show download, successfully download, but zero item transferred. But when you want to establish the connection again, that is when you will now notice that the connection has been deleted, that the string is no longer working, right? So that is what happened here. So this has been worked, has been confirmed. Now the next thing we're going to confirm is okay, the next thing we'll be confirming now is the budget. Though the company said that they don't want they want to be alerted when they are when they are spending much, when they are getting to their amount being budgeted. So now we're going to check the budget. Okay, let me check the budget. That's the budget. I'm going to check there, and I'll show you what I configured. I created a budget so for $10. All right, we have budget for, which is the FinTrust products. So I configured a budget for $10. So if the actual costs $8, current cost $8, but if it's getting to the forecast amount, you should notified. All right, I added my email address as the alert recipient. So that is what I did. Okay, so you can get the full project on my GitHub channel, my GitHub profile, rather GitHub page, and also on my LinkedIn page is there, and you can also get the documentation, full documentation, my Medium handle. All right, so just stay tuned for more. I'll be working on more cloud projects. All right, Azure projects. Thank you very much. Bye.